now has the authority of an election behind him. It's the biggest thing that you can have in a democracy. You can't. This is not an antiseptic event. This is now. He has the validation of the people, and he was not very. He said what he was running on. It was pretty clear what he was offering, and obviously you can imagine I'm distraught about the entire thing. I feel terrible for a lot of people, a lot of my friends, but that's what is here tonight is hard to put into perspective. We're going to have one-party rule in this country, and Obamacare is done. Dodd-Frank is done. The diplomatic and financial consequences, I'm looking out at that, the futures are down 7.19. They're going to go further. It's hard to imagine what this means, and it is no sense in sugarcoating to people. I think Wisconsin is very problematic. Talking to Chris, and if you just look at what it is, I hate to say it, but I hope, please God, let me be wrong.
Michael?
Well, look, I have to tell you that Donald Trump set out on a mission. He laid out a vision that connected with a lot of people, a lot of folks around the country. And what was fascinating was it didn't matter the state, as the map showed. They used this campaign as a sledgehammer against the established political order in this country, top to bottom. You're right, James. This is a new order here. This is a brand new space for the country and for the American people. Elections have consequences. We all know that. And we're all in this together now. So what is going to be important? If the states bear out the way they seem to be, and he hits with the next 2 or 3 states, hits 270, this is the moment where Donald Trump is, if he's never done it throughout this campaign, this is the moment when he shows the country he's president. And he makes the kind of, I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there, because no matter how you cut this is a huge step forward. Now, everybody who gave the talk about Donald Trump wanting to come together around Hillary Clinton and make it work are now going to have to swallow those words and come to Donald Trump and make it work.
Donald Trump did not run to unify the country. No, it was the last thing that he did. The country did not vote to be unified. I mean, I don't mean it to be. This was not like a unity and all Americans coming together to be one common people with a vision. This was, there are some people, that are going to do that, this and the other thing. It's very clear what we voted for. He did not miss words, and I cannot emphasize that enough. He was not a unity candidate. It wasn't what he ran on. He didn't run on a typical Republican agenda.
What is your expectations of governing them?
That we're going to, Obamacare is done.
But he said that, so
yeah, I know.
That's what the American people want.
As we hand it back,
not complicated.
As we hand it back to Brian, let me just inject one note here legislatively. Chuck Schumer has just become, or will at the end of this night probably become, the most important player in legislative outcomes in Washington now, because he alone in the Senate, with parliamentary tactics, can tie up or try to tie up anything that this Republican Congress tries to do, from repealing Obamacare to repealing Dodd-Frank and all of those things. So there is still Chuck Schumer and the Democrats' filibuster power in the face of what we're seeing.
That's if they hold.
But we're getting a little bit ahead of the election results, so we're going to go back to Brian for more of that.
Well, very true. I mean, if this goes Trump's way, Chuck Schumer of New York will be the senior elected Democrat.
And it is without having control of one of the 2 houses, which is obviously what your party would prefer to have.
Right.
If you had to only have, if you had to be one minority party figure in a Washington completely controlled by the other party, what you would want to be is the Senate Minority Leader. You'd want to be Chuck Schumer in terms of being able to use the procedures of the Senate to try to block things as they go. And then we don't really know what the composition of the Senate is yet going to be. We still have, we do not have a call in the New Hampshire Senate race. We do not have a call in the Pennsylvania Senate race, or in the Nevada Senate race, or in the Missouri Senate race. We've still got 4 outstanding. Those numbers will become very, very important. But we do know that the House will go to the Republicans, that Paul Ryan will at least start this next Congress as Speaker of the House. We haven't yet seen what revenge Donald Trump, if he is elected president, he will take on Paul Ryan. But Democrats right now, looking ahead to a potential Donald Trump presidency, are trying to figure out what levers of power might exist, full stop.
I'm also thinking of John Roberts. Does he look around and say, how few justices, really, how many do we need to do this?